Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Muri Zimbabwe tadzoka zvekare takakubatira nyaya dziri kupisa mastreets esocial media. Tauya takabata nyaya dziri kukurukurwa. Hurukuro iri pano ihurukuro hombe, saka ndichakusiyai makateerera kuhurukuro iyoyo muzotudzawo zvamunofunga kuti munofunge chii panyaya iyoyi.
So the Mapository for ED, EDC. These are the affiliates that they are talking about here. And then we go on to they go on to talk about that you recall, Comrade President, that him, meaning Chiwenga, brought to your attention the Treasoners Project, which has been penned by Jonathan Moyo for our parliament to implement the so-called Breaking Barriers Initiative, which is seeking to change our political system and suspend elections in 2035. Not only is this project treasonous and a huge scandal, and is being done and championed by people like Jonathan Moyo, who is rolled up in Kenya, whom we fired from our party. The Breaking Barriers Initiative has also never been discussed and approved at the party's last Congress, nor has it ever been discussed and approved by the Central Committee. We are now watching in shock and disbelief as this project is now being covertly implemented and being funded by these criminals. Kudakwashe Tagwirei, Wekinojuvayo, Scott Sakupwanya, and Delis Ngwaya, and their associates. Comrade President, tirikuti vanhu ava kuda kwase tagwirei Wikinejuvhayo, Scott Sakupwanya, Delis Ngwaya, and their associates ngavasungwe immediately for these unprecedented crimes they have committed. Tingarambe takatarisa vanhu vachiba more than US 3.2 billion in cash from our state coffers whilst our people are suffering out there. Even milling is now running out because of maize shortages. While we are prioritizing paying these criminals, my hospitals are running out of critical medicines. And now the same people who are stealing our assets and resources are now using these resources to hijack power, corrupt our structures, and destroy our party. Comrade President, the time for silence and inaction is over, and we cannot allow these criminals we have stolen from our government coffers and our party to start using the same resources to bribe fellow comrades and our structures to get their support to defend and protect them. These criminals are not just in reaching themselves, they are using their stolen wealth that would define our future, and we must immediately prioritize clearing our house, reclaim our state and our party from the capture of Kudakwashe Tagwirei, Wikino Chivayo, Scott Sakupwanya, and Delis Ngwaya and their associates. We need to reaffirm the sacred principles of the revolution and our legacy. The future of our nation and the fate of our people depend on the decisive actions we take now. I submit, Comrade President. So that is what has been leaked out there, and that is what has been covered by our, tabloids. Zim Live has covered that, and the Newswalks have, covered that. Bagaiba. Right. So let us move on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be opening up, the lines. Let me make my final, contribution and my final, intro, the final piece of this, introduction, and then I'm going to give the floor, to you guys. But before I do that, Blessed Geza is posted, and he said that we demanded the arrest of Tagwirei. His assets must be frozen. He stole US 1.9 billion of public funds through Kuvimba. The money should have transformed our hospitals, schools, and restored dignity to civil servants. Pasi ne corruption, 17 October, mu street munwese, save our Zim. So he has penned an open letter to President Emerson Mnangagwa, and in that letter, it's an urgent and public appeal of the US 1.9 billion Kuvimba heist and this systemic collapse of accountability under his leadership, under his watch. And he goes on to say that I am addressing, or we are addressing you today with a profound sense of national agency and a heavy heart. We are compelled to take the extraordinary step of an open letter because the formal channels of justice and accountability in Zimbabwe have been rendered mute, compromised by the very individuals entrusted to hold them. When a state fails to prosecute a crime of this magnitude, the public is not only a right, but a duty to speak. The letter concerns the sanctioned individual, Kudakwasi Takwirei, and the fraudulent extraction of US 1.9 billion from the people of Zimbabwe through the purported sale of 35% stake in Kuvimba mining house to the Mutapa Investment Fund. We write with a direct reference to the CBZ Capital Valuation Report of October 2030, which served as a blueprint for this grand theft. A forensic justice portion of position, sorry, juxtaposition, yes, of the document with the non-history of the assets reveals a scheme of staggering blessedness. Right, I need my glasses now. Right, the anatomy of
Muri Zimbabwe tinokutendani kuteerera kwenyu kwamunoita pano pa TV yenyu patinenge tichikupai ma latest updates nenyaya dzinenge dzichiitika munyika ya Zimbabwe. Muri kuziva kuti zvinhu zvinakumira zvakanaka, asi takuuya kuti tingokuzivisai kuti aiwa ndo mamiriro akaita zvinhu zvinakugadzikana. Tinokutendai muri Zimbabwe nekuteerera kwamunoita pano pa TV yenyu pa chivhitivhiti.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.